So a little bit about the Messenger, if you've never seen it before, since it is the birthday. The Messenger was released August 30th, 2018 by Sabotage Studios. It was published by Devolver Digital and earned the best debut indie game of that year. It's an action-adventure platformer that you play as this ninja who doesn't like attending history class, so he hangs out in his treehouse all day. And today, for whatever reason, decides that he's going to show up. So you start heading to the right, and you have, your basic movement here. You notice you don't get slowed down when you're slashing. Your slash has kind of a beefy hitbox that hangs out in the air after you send it. And because Sabotage loves the speedrunning scene so much, they gave us a text skip by holding down the right trigger and the jump option. We are able to zoom text by as fast as possible. As Ninja strikes things, you're going to see lines under his feet. This is the cloud step mechanic, a pivotal feature which really makes the Messenger's level design so amazing and exhilarating freedom of movement once you master it. We are going to see them let go of tech skip for a short bit there so that they are holding just down and jump so that Ninja does a shorter hop backwards, and then here comes the Western hero. Just as the prophecy is promised, he's going to fight away the baddies, and we're going to think, man, I hope we can be that cool someday. And we see 2 homie shards for Yeriko, 1 homie shard for LeRemiii. Now, each enemy in the game has a 40% chance to drop one of those time shards. These are the currency that we're going to be using to buy stuff in the shop. Welcome in, Cross.
Well, hello. How we doing out there?
Doing very well so far. I can't complain. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I got some Taco Bell in me. That's breakfast of champions. This is just a lunch, though.
Very good. Baja Blast, I trust.
I mean, any other way would be blasphemous.
Of course. Heading now into Autumn Hills, the first real actionable stage in the game. We're going to have a little jumping and gathering shards tutorial, and then 1 turtle. We'll see if they go for a boost on it. LeRemiii gets a front boost there, and the action happening there is that when you slash one of these kappas, it will actually slow you down. But if you swing your sword to the other side first, it gets confused and pushes you forward.
Kyle, I couldn't help but notice, taking a look at the bracket, Remy, just by the brackets alone, the 6th seed coming into this, falling short to -27. I think if you take a look at the brackets as a whole, I don't know, are there really any upsets in this? This tournament is really competitive, and a lot of the runners, I mean, very competitive times with one another and really close times. Like it seems like what you might consider to be an upset may not actually be in some of these instances.
It's a good observation. I mean, this tournament has certainly had more of what someone might consider an upset than any previous Messenger tournament. We have had a couple of matches go where maybe the favorite didn't win, and then people have to indeed reflect, like, well, how hard has everyone been training? Certainly when the tournament hits, you see fervent exercise, and now wishing a right boost, Yeriko gets bounced to the right, LeRemiii gets bounced left. We might just see that Yeriko's been in the hyperbolic time chamber and might be pushing up for what would be an upset, judging simply by difference in PBs, right?
Well, I mean, if you're going to do this, hyperbolic time chamber is probably your best strategy going forward. You don't want to really risk it doing anything else. If you have time that is going forward at any point, you're going to risk, wasting it. So I think the hyperbolic time chamber is a good strategy here by both of them to really get the most out of they can from practice.
Absolutely. However, here we have seen LeRemiii going mercilessly over the Hall of Fast, getting a lot of practice in those rooms, but not a lot of time with the addition to actually practice putting them into a route. So it's very interesting to see the strat choice here and what does work out.
You probably don't consider that there's going to be a lot of deviance from anything on these early levels, but without getting a lot of health in the first levels, you really kind of get your health down lower in these first levels than you do, later on in the run. And it can be a pretty perilous situation at times, especially for an early part of a game run.
Absolutely. Although it's the first level, we don't really have any of our tools, so we have to rely on extremely technical movements, and Autumn Hills ends up becoming one of the most involved levels in the run.
Yeah, and that's a valid point too, is you don't have the tools necessary. Not really necessary, I mean, you have what you need for this level, but obviously as you get more stuff, it kind of becomes more of a precise game, but really you're kind of just Doing it the
Just
best
missing
you
the
can
head
here.
slash there. Yeah, absolutely. Just hoping that the corners are going to be nice and that, you know, there won't be any introductions of our, you know, our homie in red this early in the run. Yeriko's certainly showing some very clean movement through this room, really wrapping that corner with precision. Neither runner going for the Screwboo damage boost to hit those shards, but still, I mean, they have plenty of shards. It looks like both of them robbed the bank. Going up to the wall, let's see how these climbs are going. That looked strangely fast on Yeriko's screen, like he was just constant kicking.
Yeah, they're both kind of hitting their stride pretty well right here, getting through the first level.
Hardest shop in the game, not giving them any trouble. These are some spicy autumns, boys.
Is that true? The hardest shop in the game?
That is truly the hardest shop in the game.
I
can confirm.
Sorry, I'm more of a Cuphead guy, and all of the shops in Cuphead are a lot tougher than that one.
Having not played Cuphead, all I can say is the messenger turns. You know, your first shop, that's the cutest shop. Then you got the hardest shop, and then you got the grotto shop, which is the riskiest shop in the game.
The cutest shop, yeah.
Those were good rigs. Excellent one-cycle leaf golems from both runners. We're seeing the basic tactic there, running forward, slashing, ducking, throwing 3 shuriken while continuing to slash.
Gotta appreciate both runners syncing up their boss kill right there. It makes for a pretty cool effect on the screen. Hopefully they do that all the way to the very end. Make it a close one.
Keep that sync in here.
That's right.
Saying hello to Necro, our good little buddy. He's gonna get out of here. He's afraid of the dead, so of course we find him in the catacombs. My favorite level. This one's all about cycles. So you see these moving objects, they begin moving as soon as you enter that screen. Or particular room, whereas enemies will start moving once they enter Ninja's screen. Saying hello to the level boss here, Hyruxton. We don't know a lot about him yet. He looks like this really tall and imposing necromancer figure. He make quick work of his minions. LeRemiii opting for no butt boost. Yeriko either. They're gonna play it safe and hold on to the health.
Oh, so they went no butt boost there, huh?
That's right. Nice Ducker Z from LeRemiii there, ducking right under that pendulum. It's going to be scary for Yeriko. He's going to wait on that. I definitely, I understand that decision. That's some good fast thinking.
Well, he's already taken 2 damage as well so far on the level, which you have to take into consideration at that point. I'm not real keen on where the health is throughout the level, but you know, you have to be cognizant of how much health you have at any given point, especially after you've taken a couple of hits like that. A lot of damage boosting in this level, I know from watching the speed runs that I have seen, due to like the spikes and stuff like that. So you just kind of have to be cognizant of how much health you have at any given point, and if you take hits earlier in the level, you know, you're just setting yourself up for a rougher time later on.
Absolutely. Spikes, pendulums, saws doing 3 damage. This is something you want to keep a good eye on. There's the option to do damage boost here. Yeriko's going for it, so he's going to have a slightly different route, picking up health in what we call Lantern Room here. LeRemiii going into Lantern Room now with a nice kick around the corner. Seeing the same action from Yeriko. However, he is going to go up and grab this Lantern, having a little bit of trouble with that Kappa, but back on pace. Has enough health to jump into the spike pit later on. That variation can be a little bit faster to pick up the health, but it requires very clean movement through that room. No badonk-donk for LeRemiii. Yeriko is not going for it. Pretty mean wizard pattern for Remy. That one's going to waste some time since he doesn't have the option of throwing shuriken at it. Whereas Yeriko is able to snipe that, and he is. That's a pretty clean exit.
Yeah, it was a nice little comeback there. Took some difficulty with some precision earlier there on those jumps. I'm about 1.5 seconds behind you.
Had a little bit of trouble in the spike pit getting bounced left, but using second wind to quickly recover and correct his course, was able to get out of that pit at the last second. Both runners now through the monster elevator. LeRemiii going for the spike crusher. I don't know why I called it a spike crusher there, but he makes the cycle, no problem. Wishing Yeriko good luck here as well.
No, that's definitely a spike crusher. I've seen enough of those in my day to know that's exactly what that is.
But yeah, I'm getting some bad memories bubbling back up. The Crusher will push you into those spikes at the end. It's brutal. All right, one more time for good luck. Hi, Ruxton. Hi, Spooky Staff. Don't know your name, but we love you too. LeRemiii is getting a high Ruxton. He can go high or low 50% of the time. One or the other. It's a coin flip, and we know of no manipulation other than just saying hi to him. So there is double high Ruxton. That is fair and balanced for races.
Well, certainly equal.
Same kill too, right on that edge of the platform. Let's go, Bamboo Boys. Now, assuming that the audio is on LeRemiii, we have a little bit of song about Bamboo Creek. I would like to sing the song of our people to you now on this, the Messenger's 2nd birthday. It goes like this. I like Chinese food is good for you. I like to eat Chinese food, and Chinese food is yummy too. If you like me too, you will bring me Chinese food because it is so yummy. Did I mention I like Chinese food? That was Chinese food. Lyrics from Rainbow Dragon Eyes.
Already?
Making very quick work of switches with their duck double shuriken method. LeRemiii is just zooming through here. Let's see if he has the clean corner. Very clean.
Now, can you run this level if you don't like Chinese food?
You can. Actually, I prefer cottage cheese myself. However, I still sing about the Chinese food.
Wait a second. There's alternate lyrics of Chinese food? Or, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
cottage cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's probably the one I'll prefer going forward. I like cottage cheese. Just don't put fruit in it.
Hey, you know, to each their own.
No, don't put fruit in it.
I'm putting fruit all over mine.
That's
LeRemiii, not jumping onto wall axers. Yeriko going right into spikes. LeRemiii is going for the into skip now. We're gonna see if he's able to nail this one tile here. Yep, there's the into skip going right up there. A little bit of trouble with the steel heart jump. However, let's get. Oh, commentator curse. He is not just yet up over the switches. However, he is able to recover using a nice cloud slip from that lantern to make that cycle.
Oh,
very nice. It looks like that first try into from Yeriko as well. Double slash jump at the steel heart. Very clean.
Just the jumps are so precise here, and
they really are.
These guys are momentum like runners, especially in a game like this, and missing something like that can really knock you off your pace. And it's good for both of them. They were really resilient right there to kind of bounce back and get those jumps like they needed, because like I said, those are tough ones to make, especially when they're so precise like that. Seeing a pretty decent bamboo level here from both of them right now.
These guys have just tons of shards at the moment. There's going to be no problem hitting 275 for either of them. They're going to have to pick up, they're going to have to get the water boost, which they're going to use once, and they're going to use the wingsuit attack, which will let us attack downwards and get a nice bounce off of that as well. So right up the main line of upgrades, don't buy the health. If you buy the health, you can go to title screen real quick and reload back to before you made that terrible purchase and get the correct upgrades. Fortunately, LeRemiii having no trouble in that shop. Let's see Yeriko's shop as well.
Well, we're very fortunate that both of these guys can read fluent Chinese and know exactly what the menu says at any given point.
I'm impressed. All I've got right now is still just the Japanese.
So that's it?
Yeah, I haven't worked up to the Chinese yet.
You'll get there.
Someday. Very nice drop from LeRemiii, and we're gonna see how he handles this really short room. Okay, alright, that's a pretty sexy pattern.
You know, I'm always impressed as just a casual watcher of this game about the precision falling in this level especially.
The YOLO drop, as it were. A terrifying tactic. Okay, LeRemiii with the DK skip. No problem there. No, I wouldn't even call that a butt scratcher. He had some room. That was very well executed. Wishing some good corner jumps from Yeriko as well. Looks like the shuriken ate one shuriken. That is going to slow him down. Don't think he should go for it. He's going to wait for it. That's a good read.
Yeah, but it really does put you behind in that instance. I mean, those minor seconds right there can feel like almost hours at a time just to the player, you know?
Certainly missing DK skip is not foreign to any of us at this point, so hopefully we'll just keep going forward with that temperance. LeRemiii trying a couple times to get the water boost. That might be throwing him off there a little bit. However, he is getting the very sexy under platform slash of Rolly Boy, and he is going to cloud slip up. That's a dangerous strat. I don't like going for that, but I respect it. Raid hype, welcome in Azure Kale. Yeriko going for the yeet as well. Looked like really good line, not quite enough speed.
You know, that's what we're talking about with that precision fall. Not as easy as they make it look sometimes, and these speedrunners can make this look pretty easy at times, but this is really difficult.
Oh yeah, each runner has put in just many hours into the game. I'm not sure Yeriko's total playtime. I would wager LeRemiii has like a good 600. Now going into Emerald Golem, Remy is going to have to slash that smash ball in the middle 7 times, then go to the outside and throw a shuriken for an easier and faster approach to the core, so that they can deliver as much damage as possible and hopefully get this guy down in 2 cycles.
You know, you take a look at a boss like this, Kyle, and I think we all kind of remember like our first casual playthrough of this game and like probably dying to this guy numerous times, and then you look at the speedrun tactics now and you wonder, like, why didn't I just ever do that in the first place, you know?
There are many things still coming up that I just ask myself the same question.
Right, yeah.
Yeriko, unfortunately, not quite getting that second wait, it's still the first part of the fight. Ignore me. Everything is going according to plan. He got out just in time. This is where he's going to want to stay up on the top shelf and keep slapping him. Very good. Going into second phase with plenty of health. That's what you like to see, because this boss is very scary, and to die on this boss is going to throw you back about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
That's a big hit.
Yeriko is almost in Cloud Ruins, as Levy would say. However, not quite far enough up. Maybe he's losing about 5 seconds on that cutscene, just from that glide. However, that side really not far behind LeRemiii at all. Just has to go through this golem thump animation and get your golem thumps in chat. And then watch out for the singing mushrooms in the background of this level.
Are they singing about cottage cheese?
You know, it's not clear to me what these mushrooms are singing about, but they are enthusiastic about it.
That's probably cottage cheese.
Obligatory mention of holding right in this room. It's possible to move optimally through this room without ever releasing the right input. The room LeRemiii is in, the longest one in the run. It's also the only one with 2 checkpoints in the same room. Look at those Kappa slaps. The mushrooms are singing about right. This just in from Ishbender. Very good. You see them going off, they have their own voice in the song and everything. It's kind of a relaxing level, Quill Shroom, after you learn it. It's sort of terrifying in the casual playthrough, and then terrifying when you're learning the speedrun, and then it sort of clicks, and you're like, oh, Quill Shroom. Good. However, still a level where things can go terribly wrong. We have at the end of it the Quill Shroom Gauntlet, and we'll see if the runners are able to keep their composure through the entire level without succumbing to the insanity of the marsh. Very clean jump over the boo rings there. Really liking the movement out of Yeriko. Remy going for a beautiful double shuriken. Small tackle from that Kappa. Kappa was having a bad day. Oh! Yeriko going for the forbidden turtle boost. And just barely missing the lawnmower.
I don't know what you're saying.
That shuriken was a pixel too low to just skate over the grass and look like the shuriken was cutting the grass.
I gotcha. I mean, I know what a lawnmower is, but I don't know what it means in this instance. So. I'm more or less
you don't
just in
know,
awe.
now you know.
Now I know. Yeah, it cuts grass. I'm more in awe of just how seamless these two are running this level right now.
Yeriko straight through the bully zone with only 2 damage. LeRemiii going up. Wait, I was looking away. That wasn't fast, right? Was it?
They look pretty quick. I wouldn't know if it was fast.
Chat isn't like losing their minds. Very scary room here. You are able to, if you move through it perfectly, go to the right side of that platform. However, either way you have it, getting around this spike platform is very scary, as that's your face coming inches from 3 damage.
Just like real life.
Queen the Beautiful Cheese is giving LeRemiii an unfortunate left pattern here. However, with an excellent fight, we are going to see that whipless. Yeriko getting the knockdown off of the first left side jump. He's going to want to deliver as many slashes as possible to her now. However, missing the connecting wingsuit bounce to get high enough to knock her out a second time. We will see some whips. However, that's not going to be too huge of a loss. About 8 seconds. Shuriken from the door, very nice tech. Just because walking is very slow. LeRemiii receiving the rope dart, as well as 1 extra HP, and the ability for enemies to drop health globes. Like that. That restores 1 health. 15% chance.
But it's got to feel good whenever the enemy does that for you, right as you're explaining it.
That was pretty convenient. Not
Makes
gonna
you
lie.
look like a genius, doesn't it, Kyle?
I don't know anything about that.
I'm impressed.
I do think sometimes LeRemiii was going for an incredibly swaggy trick there.
Yeah,
his double lantern there to connect to the wall, already saving a second off that room. But then he goes and finds that you can get a levy hop off of that 1 tile off the second jump, and was actually going for it. Immense respect.
Well, the rope dart really changes everything in this run going forward from that point, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Cross. I'm sure you've heard the term RDE. It refers to both the composer and the strategy. Rope dart everything.
That's right. That's how I live my life.
Just slinging ropes.
Just rope darting it all.
This chimney here is the most frustrating part. The one LeRemiii just kind of went through. Spent a long time trying to practice optimal movement through there, but it always turns to spaghetti in a run. However, it's not slowing him down. He knows the cracks is just a little rocky, and he's going to have the guts to overcome.
Nice jump there from Yeriko. Remy missed it a few times, but Yeriko got it first try there.
It was absolutely
precision jumps.
You love to see that platform into the stalactites. Just boom, boom, boom. Unfortunately, not getting right up there from the Kappa, but it's up the chimney now. LeRemiii with the right sides. Wait. Scratch that, I didn't see. There's too much happening. Colossus are now up for LeRemiii. He's going to go Seuss's first with a whip. That could be a good or a bad pattern. I'm going to say it's a bad pattern because he swapped out already. You want Seuss's to stay in to keep delivering the damage to him. And you know he's not knocked out yet because Kolos isn't steaming. Alright, that was a good cycle on Kolos. Kolos is now out, however, unfortunately LeRemiii is getting the Seuss's spin ball. He's pretty much just going to have to wait for it since he missed the first window to go up with it. However, should still have enough damage to close this out in the next attack or two. Brothers showing mercy. LeRemiii is moving on to Glacial Peak.
We'll see how
Just
Yeriko
as
plays
Yeriko
out this
enters.
boss fight. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'd say this is definitely the boss fight that probably has the most RNG to it, to a casual viewer, and can really kind of break not break a run so much, but it can certainly halt your progress more than any others.
You could definitely just lose about 20 seconds on
Yeah.
Colossus's if you're to get the wrong patterns and react poorly to them. However, we are seeing some pretty optimal patterns here for Yeriko. He's getting a really nice fight that will hopefully help catch him up there.
Yeah, that was a good boss fight there from Yeriko, and that's exactly what they needed to get themselves back into this one. Obviously behind right now. I don't know if the streamers watch their competitor during their stream. It's probably all up to their personal preference or not. You got to think Yeriko is going to try and YOLO it going forward here. If Remy knows, I wouldn't anticipate Remy doing anything too crazy on the climb here to the top, but you know, Yeriko probably knows that it's go time for them, and they need to do what they can to make up some time here.
Absolutely.
Well, what's your preference, Kyle? Whenever you're in a race like this, are you watching the competitor, or do you just run your race and watch and then look at the end and figure out what happened?
At first I did not watch any, and then I enjoyed watching races and chatting while racing, but then that felt like it was rude, so I stopped doing that. Nowadays I just do my race and I just try to focus on just getting the race that I want. And then
you don't watch a competitor?
No. No, but if you're playing to win, that's definitely the strat. You want to absolutely watch the competitor, and if you know you're ahead, then go with your safety strats.
Yeah, it's either a matter of, it's all about your attitude. You're either going to race yourself or you're going to race your competitor. Like I said, if Yeriko's watching, they know that they have some time that they're going to have to make up.
That was a teleport, and I think Brazilian Ice Climber earlier. LeRemiii is actually just flying through Glacial at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Yeriko to make up this time right now, the way that Remy's running this level.
Alright, Wizro being a little bit rude to Yeriko there. We are going to see another bounce, and then onward to Ice Climber. He is going for the Brazilian Ice Climber. He is going to take the back up and go with the first ice on the second attempt, though. We are seeing an attempt at upper hand swag here. I just, you know, I just gotta drop a respect in chat every time I see that room in a race. There's a totally optional room. I believe it is not to be faster, but it is not so much slower that you can't do it for style.
That's the only reason I do anything. It's for style.
My man.
I didn't say it worked.
It doesn't have to work. It just has to feel good.
True. That's true.
LeRemiii going through second room of tower here. We're getting a little bit nervous. Is it the Tower of Tragedy? Is it the Tower of Time Save? Like, I always wish for the best.
All right, let's talk about this tower here for a second, Kyle. What are some of the big instances that Remy's going to have to work through as he winds down his run here? What are the big hurdles? Yeah,
we know that he's not playing safe because he just went for Hail Mary, my favorite room in the game, wherein you take a laser damage boost, go through 2 lasers, then take a wizard bullet and go through the next 2 lasers. He's absolutely going insane right now. He is just flying through, nailing all the wizard strats, not getting hit by projectiles, has a little rope dart boost option here. 2 time shards, this is insane. He's gonna get the Levy special, barely missing his toe getting cut off there. And I mean, all of my RNG hope and dreams is going into him getting 2 HP drops from the eyeballs right now. Alright, there it is. The Shuriken, both eyes are down. There is no health, no French connection. Just gonna have to wait on the lasers in the next room. Yeriko with the Hail Mary Jr. He's gonna take the projectile damage. Almost has it for the rope dart, but knows he's not quite enough up there. It's risky. He has 4 health, and the lasers deal 4 damage, so he opts not to go for it.
Well, that's smart. If the lasers deal 4 damage, you only have 4 health. That's probably a wise move not to go for it there. Credit where credit's due, realizing that.
However, it is sometimes possible to rope dart through a laser damageless, so there's always hope. Ooh, getting a pretty mean pattern on the wizard bullets there. Almost able to take the damage boost through, however he is going to grab a wall, and that causes our first introduction of Horrible. The Taxman, the homie in red. hate to see it in tower after such an amazing run.
Yeah, really good run right there. He's gonna have to hope for LeRemiii to falter up and mess up here now. Can't stop going.
There it is, LeRemiii in the scariest room of tower, the triple wizard room. Just not getting that approach to the wall quite perfectly to line it up, and is going to get his big toe clipped by a bullet.
Is that a caster curse? Is that on me? I'll apologize later.
Who knows? Commentator curse, will of the tower itself. Tower works in serious
I think the tower did more work there than I did.
We're not going to have the option to do a second eyeball boost there, however. The block is already destroyed. Remii's just going to rope dart through and finish it up. It was a Tower of Tears after all. Yeriko wasn't even given an extra health from the eyes. That would be true and just, but the eyes were not feeling it today. Very nice Kuni Crystal abuse there from LeRemiii, just saving 6 seconds, skipping 2 of those cells by slapping the crystal through the wall. And going for very nice jump slashes, actually slashing so he can land earlier and jump sooner. Appearing to just fly up those platforms, he is going to opt out of the laser skip and just finish this run as safely as possible.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. Although you don't miss a whole lot of, or that doesn't save a ton of time, but probably a good call there.
Yeriko's still holding on to that shuriken, not doing the walk of shame today. Well, LeRemiii is not going to go for the one tile, gets right onto the hands, and he's just going to go right into that rope dart setup. Really good reconnection after that second clap. And the golem is all about just staying on the head and timing your rope dart to reconnect, and keeping those iframes in the center. Once you get bounced away, it's scary to re-enter, except for Yeriko unfortunately eating a death in the Ohos room. Just getting trapped there. Somehow getting the damage from the laser instead of the eyeball. That looked unfair.
Another tough death over there for Yeriko.
However, that is a GG for LeRemiii. 31-54. Alright. The Tower of Tragedy is struck. There are tears. It's time to wipe them away and finish strong. Oh. No problems with the wizard here for Yeriko. He has plenty of health to get up the crystals. If he wants to have some fun with the climb room, he can even rope dart to the wall, take some laser damage, and prevent some lasers from reaching the top of the screen. He's going to go for it. Unfortunately, getting the jump and sent back into the next room. That is going to rattle a little bit, but one more try. I think he's got it. Slash, then jump. Goes with the rope dart setup instead of a jump. That will cost just a little bit of time because Ninja will be further away from the crystal and traveling. However, it is going to be safer than pressing jump. Yeriko with the swag strats that I didn't even know about.
Oh. If you're gonna go out with swagger.
I have so much respect.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm having a moment. Yeriko going for that one tile. Unfortunately, the golem's not going to work with him, but let's see those rope darts. Really nice reconnect on that first one. Getting sent a little bit almost to the moon, but making his way back.
Nah, he stayed within the atmosphere, so that's good.
Yeah, he's not going up any longer. GG. That was an excellent arcane golem fight as well. Damn. You know, like I don't know exactly how the splits were looking. I want to say that was probably PB pace before tower. It was looking like a really solid run for both runners actually. But Yeriko especially, great showing. Unfortunately, a lot of deaths there in the tower, but that's tower.
Well, doing what he had to do to get back into it, probably knew that he was a bit behind. Wound up costing him in the end, but respect where it's due. Had to do what he could to get himself back into it there. Remy had a pretty decent lead on him. We're gonna have to take some chances to get there.
Absolutely. I would have no regrets were I Yeriko, although that's hard to say after just dying a bunch of times in tower. I still think it was an excellent showing. Do we have runners joining us in for a race post-race interview here?
Yeah, I think they're both in here with us.
Yeah, hello.
Remy, Yeriko, guys, that was amazing.
Thanks.
Oh, I know. That was one of my the best rounds I've ever had in my life. So, but the tower time is pretty tough. So, yeah, you guys got on my best room, LeRemiii. Thanks for playing against me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was really fun, man.
Yeah, I got the best autumn heals that I had and the best Cyclops icon I had in my life. I think I got the best cycle ever. But I know you're a pretty good player, so I'm very proud to be playing against you. Thank you again.
Nice, let's go. You will for sure have a big PBs coming.
Yeah, I was 10 seconds and I was like, oh, well, at least I don't know if I can beat LeRemiii, but at least I'm gonna have a PB on live. And I was pretty excited, but that wizard just killed everything, all my hopes.
I know,
That
right?
wizard was such a jerk. I was very sorry to see it. I want to say especially I'm very grateful that you showed the leaving wingsuit in the shop animation. That was awesome.
Yeah, but I grabbed the wall and that screw all my strategy, so I couldn't react on time. But hey,
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to happen.
the deboost was looking like definitely the right play, and just until that wall grab.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we're going live, so that things happen, and I'm very happy about this. I'm out of the tournament. I hope you go far and you win. So good luck, LeRemiii.
Thanks, man. I was really not confident about that match, to be honest. Like, my
Yeah,
recent
that's what I was gonna ask you, Remy. Like, you took a tough loss there in the first round, and by the brackets, staging, it seemed like you were the favorite in that one. You put yourself in a situation here now where a loss and you're out. How does your mindset change coming down to the bottom side of the bracket and head into this match today, where if you lose, then it's possibly over?
I mean, like, I'm really having fun in this tourney, so whatever issue was good for me. But I was really happy to play, just happy to play the game. And it was the occasion for me to de-rust a bit. Like, the match against Minus was like my first runs in months, maybe. And now I've de-rusted a bit, so I feel more at ease with the game. So I was really looking forward this races.
Yeah, you came out. You had a great pace, especially through the beginning levels. Small falter there in tower, but you kind of backed it up with finishing out the run strong. Was there any point where you felt uncomfortable during that run, or like it might have been slipping away from you at all?
I was really, I would say, stressed at the beginning of the runs until maybe like cracks. Because I've did some runs yesterday and I couldn't even reach catacombs because I was just dying and doing bad things. So I was really I was really sweaty at this moment. But once I finished Quill's room, I was a bit more confident because it's, I would say, harder to die at this point, except in tower. and there's no big time loss that can be like really game changing. Like you have bought everything you have to, so there's no shards problems, etc. And yeah, but I began to, I don't know, release the pressure, but I lost 40 seconds on crags, so that wasn't maybe not the thing to do. But it worked at the end, so it's okay.
People
Kyle,
keep.
Kyle, do you have anything else for him?
I mean, you guys are gonna keep running the messenger, right? Because I love what I'm seeing, and I know that Yeriko can go even lower. Definitely has a really strong foundation with the moves we saw today.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going with this game. I have a game that I have to speed run is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for NES, but I'm
Ninja
still gonna
Turtles, let's go.
yeah, I'm still gonna go for this. I know I can do at least 30 seconds less. I think in a very good pace. Thanks, LeRemiii, because you give me a lot of tips. I didn't have in the last run. I didn't have the teleport. I didn't have another strategies. The one touch jump. I think I asked in the Discord channel, and you answer me in that moment. And in that moment, I start to practice that part, and I made a lot of improvement because of you guys. You're a great community, and thank you very much for all your help. And I'll keep playing this game. So thank you very much to all.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, you're doing Ninja Turtles and the Messenger. Do you only speedrun ninja-based games, Yuriko?
Kinda because
Okay, I thought that was a meme. I
play
thought that was just a meme. Okay, yeah.
I play Ninja Gaiden 2, and I think I have a pretty good time. And I think that's all my strong games. So let's continue with all this kind of ninja games because I really enjoy them. So I hope this kind of communities grow up, so everybody can join to this community, and it's pretty fun to be honest.
Well, I don't know if Remy was watching during the race there or kept up with the competition, but I think once Remy watches it back, he'll probably agree with Kyle and I is that there's definitely the skill set is there for Yeriko to get better and improve and be one of the top runners in the messenger. It's such a tough run with the precision jumps and then the rope darts and the climb and everything there towards the end, but every speedrunner's goal is to improve, and I think if you guys both stick with it, you can do some really great things in the messenger game going forward.
Yeah, I was really impressed by your clean movement on Arcane Golem, because I came when you just started Golem, and I was like, you rolled up to it really better than me, to be honest. So
It's okay. I was pretty impressed because I saw my times and hey, I haven't had this time in like a week or 2 weeks, and every time I had it like -1, -2 seconds, it was pretty awesome to be honest for me too. I was having my cell phone with your phone so I can know if I have some time to spare or if I had to go hard on some strategies, and you always have the lead. At least I know I had the lead on the first level, so that was something that I'm gonna
oh,
have
nice.
for my proud. So I'm very happy about this run and how I improved and how I did it this on live. I couldn't do this kind of tricks when I run with Mr. Dino. But hey, he win me on the run, but at least I have the PB on Mexico. So let's go, Mr. Dino. Bullets fire.
Well, it seems as though you guys, I like the respect that came out there at the end between you two. Congrats to Remy on the run and the win. Move forward in the bracket and get ready for your next battle, Yeriko. I think you have some good days and speedrunning the messenger ahead of you. I wish you the best of luck going forward, and hopefully we see you again in this tournament on the next one.
Thank you for racing, boys.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Remy. Thanks, Kyle. Take cross. Hope you have a nice day, and let's go with the bronze.